Hey guys, Jeff here, and today my beautiful, sexy girlfriend Princess and I are here to expose Tony Marquez lies once again.
Yeah, Tony really needs to be exposed again. Tony always conveniently leaves out key details, like how Mickey Gibson tried to torch alive a charitable guy with the charitable guy's own cigarette he gave to Mickey. Tony bullshits because Mickey Gibson failed to torch the charitable guy, because the charitable guy could dodge the slow and fat Gibson's movements. So Tony comes up with the excuse Gibson was only playing around, and Tony lies that Mickey wasn't trying to burn the charitable guy alive. That's obviously gaslighting and lying and covering up Gibson's true motivation. For attempting to murder by torching alive an innocent man who had clear good intentions, giving Gibson something for free. And no, Tony. Mickey Gibson deserved to get decked in the eye for trying to burn alive a charitable guy who gave Gibson a free cigarette. Gibson got a taste of his own medicine, and deservedly so, and months ago Gibson had been dehumanizing me. Well, Gibson. I'm taking real pleasure knowing your ugly elephant man rat face had a good beating back in 2001.
And Tony Marquez keeps lying about KK Kurt's imprisonment, because KK Kurt was imprisoned from 1963 until 1983. That was all revealed in Mickey Gibson's true and honest memoirs, Dreaming in Fascistic Colors. KK Kurt was not in prison in 2004. He had been out of prison for 21 years at that time when Mickey Gibson chopped off his own penis and balls and used an iron to close up the open wound, so Tony again has been caught overtly lying about KK Kurt's incarceration period.
And another key detail Tony loves to hide is how Gibson used an iron to close up his wound where he chopped off his penis and balls. Tony is purposely hiding those key details because he knows that's what happened. And he just comes up with his stupid junky cover story to pretend that Gibson didn't close his chopped off dick and balls wound with a hot iron. Anything super hot can close wounds. That's how eunuchs existed tens of thousands of years before hospitals or ambulances existed. Tony acting as Gibson continues to just make up bullshit in his head that is so far gone from reality. Tony must be shooting up heroin and just coming up with random bullshit in his slow head.
Yeah, Tony is totally gaslighting and lying for Mickey Gibson, and nobody said that Gibson's trial has even started yet. People can go to a federal detention center even without a trial. There's plenty of other cases of yet-to-be-tried convicts in federal holding at Guantanamo Bay. That's a federal detention facility with many convicts that haven't gone to trial yet, and the obvious junkie Tony doesn't understand the difference between federal and state charges of crimes. Gibson committed federal and international crimes, so he had to go to federal holding, not a state or county lockup. County lockup is for state crimes, not federal crimes.
And nobody said Mickey Gibson was imprisoned in Florida, Tony. You keep putting words into our mouths, you stupid junkie, Tony. Gibson is in a federal detention facility. Tony acting as Mickey Gibson just continues to make up so many lies. Tony, get off the crack. Seriously. You're just making a fool out of yourself. When you make up lies that we never stated, and then you argue with your own lies, you're so goddamn dumb, Tony. Go finish fucking grade school.
Oh, and Tony illogically claims the information inmates give about what happens in the prison is automatically not true. Tony is obviously stoned, because by your own illogic, Tony, whatever Gibson had stated is by default not true, because Mickey Gibson is an untrustworthy inmate. Thus, by your own druggy word, Tony, an inmate such as Gibson automatically is lying about everything.
And inmates are giving Gibson bad treatment in their federal detention facility because Mickey staged having special needs. The convicts don't take kindly to Mickey Gibson, who is a racist, narcissistic, self-loving pedophile. They're giving Gibson some nice beatings. Some inmates gave Mickey an understandable roundhouse kick to Gibson's elephant man face, with pus coming out of Gibson's eye again, and deservedly so. That pus oozing out of Gibson's eye is total therapy for me. Because I had to put up with so much verbal abuse from Gibson, that elephant man rat-faced incel freak.
Yeah, Gibson is a confirmed pedophile. He thought he could delete his CP he wanted to Photoshop me in with, but forensics sure as hell found the CP on Gibson's laptop.
And Tony Marquez, seriously, go to a detox clinic. You're so messed up in the head.
Yeah, but before that, Tony, vote for Carmela Harris because she is what this country needs, not that neo-Nazi Klansman wannabe Trump.
Yeah, I agree, Jeff. Tony should vote for Kamala Harris and then try to get clean. Hopefully once Tony is clean, he can apologize and turn himself in for aiding and abetting terrorist MGTOW Mickey Gibson.
Tony needs to turn himself in after he gets clean and votes for Kamala Harris, because then he can get a good deal for his eventual prison sentence. CIA agent Kevin has all the evidence on Tony and Gibson scamming people through their fake charity to supposedly fund that really bad movie of Mickey Gibson's staged autism cover story. That movie was so bad. Tony must have intentionally made it really bad so nobody would watch it, and it could stay under the radar from the IRS, because it was really Mickey Gibson's and Tony Marquez's money laundering operation to launder their cartel drug money.